Thank everybody for joining in to the Law Talk series here. Just almost completed the entire 2014 season. Although we got a long way to go. I got two more games to do. The Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Now, throughout the whole entire season, we saw the whole process of the Cowboys playing. This is way back in 2014, of course, of how they attack the ball when it's via the running attack, or how the defense, although they didn't have the formidable player out there making plays on defense, but everybody kind of worked in unison. It's kind of like everybody kind of filled in their particular spot. So no one really stood out through the 2014 season, but everybody kind of attacked to the ball. They fought. They had a lot of resiliency. It was just like one of those seasons that it was like a match made in heaven. Unfortunately, we didn't win the big dance, but that's just life. Football is the mirror image of life, right? You have your downs, you have your ups, you have your ups, and you have your downs. But through it all, you must continue to fight. And that was the whole entire 2014 series. If you look back and just look at the games, some I managed to get a better system, of course. So you see some games are in HD, and some of the games, the one that I remade was the Seahawks game. It had the most impressions, so I went ahead and re-edit that particular game. Although the video was off a little bit as far as sound and this sort of thing, you just got a chance to see the fight in the Cowboys. The next one I might just try to re-edit will be the Rams game. Now, moving along, of course, feedback is always a crucial spot. When you're talking about feedback, they give me an opportunity to make adjustments, to figure out where did I go wrong with, or did I talk too much or talk too little. And I love to be objective. I love to be corrected in a sense, because that way I'll know where I need to improve on, or I can see where I need to add elements to the game as far as insights, or I had one commenter stated that hey, I comment too much, or I had one comment say I comment too less. I had someone say, hey, he's not providing the let's say he just doing play by play. He's not doing play by play. He's just saying, hey, nice play on long runs, or a spectacular catch on big catches. Yeah, that's cool. I appreciate all feedback. I'm not gonna sit here and fold up like a cheap tent or anything of that nature. It's just that the channel everybody's channels always evolve, or evolve. I meant to say, once the people begins to participate and say, hey, LT, I like to have this insight, or just like my boy Flyboy 24 DB, he says, what do you think about Lucky Whitehead, or Ed Egan? Does Ed Egan has more skills than Lucky Whitehead? And do you think he'll be able to run kickoffs and this sort of thing for him, or do you think Lucky Whitehead still have that position? I would lament and say you would want Lucky Whitehead to win that position, because he's a year in, right? He should his off-season program should show an increase. He should know the playbook more. He should be acclimated into the system better. But if Ed Egan can take his lunch plate, then that's Lucky Whitehead's problem, because Ed Egan, in my opinion, is a bigger, stronger, faster receiver, right? He got size. He not size in a T.O. fashion or Dez Bryant fashion, but he have the physique enough to ward off low hits. Because last year when you saw Lucky get hit, the brother bounced right to the ground. He didn't bounce off of any tackles. and continue to run, because he was light. I think he was about 167 pounds or maybe 170, give or take. So he was a small, frail guy. In my opinion, Ed Egan can steal the show. I would want for him to fight for that position. I don't want anything given to any of these players, not even Zeke the Freak. I want him to go out and win the what you call that, the running back position. And looking back with revisionist history, even Tony Romo, if Tony Romo is allowed to be healthy, right? If the football gods allow him to be healthy, then he can turn a mediocre receiver into an average receiver. He could turn an average receiver into a great receiver. He could turn a great receiver into a Hall of Fame type-esque receiver. And I know some of the Romo haters would say, he's garbage and this sort of thing. But LT, do you have film on that? Yeah, I have film and history on that. Who is Laurent Robinson? Oh, wait, right? Who is Miles Jack? Not Miles Jack, I'm sorry, Miles Austin. Those Miles. Who is Miles Austin? Who is Patrick Creighton? All of these Sam Hurds of the world. Romo was able to, and this is old Romo, was able to elevate those players to the next level, right? So neither here nor there. I like all the feedback. I like each and every last one of you guys to when you guys participate. That's a wonderful feeling. Outside of that, which is good, I'm still cheerleading for the Cowboys to pick up Cromartie. Although he's long in the tooth, he's older, of course, but he can bring in that veteran leadership and help out our secondary, right? We should be better than last year as far as the aspect of Byron Jones. He'll be a year into the playbook. Who else? Byron Jones should be in a year to the playbook, and the defense itself should be greater because Romo, Dez, Zeke, or / Alfred Morris and / D-Mac when he comes back. These all players fit together like a well-suited gear, just like I'm kind of lost for thought, but you kind of get the drift, right? When you have the ability, right? And me going back, looking back at 2014, not to to have 2015 just thrown out the window, because sometimes you need the rain in order for the plants and trees to grow, right? So 15 was our thunderstorm. It was our rain of a season, right? But with that, with Ezekiel Elliott, let's go back to the main focus. With Ezekiel Elliott on the team and Romo back into the mix, we're going to be a run first team, right? We're going to be able to run the ball. And just look back at the film that I just recently did, the 2014 Washington Redskin game. Just look back at it, how Romo and Coach Garrett was aggressive, right? They ran the ball down the throats of their opponent. Look back at the Indianapolis game that I recorded too as well, and you will see that that's what Ezekiel Elliott will bring to the team, or even Alfred Morris will bring to the team. That run. And I said all this to say that when you run the ball like that, when you run that ball just like that, it keeps your defense off the field. And then guess what? Your defensive players are fresh. They're ready to move. They just like the Carter kid. Man, I'm so horrible with names. Number 54, Bruce Carter. He was able to catch interceptions. He was even. I saw Orlando able to bat the ball down although he didn't catch a lot of interceptions, but he was able to jump out and bat the ball down. That's what we get when your defense is less out on the field. You get that mediocre defense turns into average, or you get the average defense turn to a good defense. Not a great defense, not an awe and wah defense, but a defense to sustain you, to let you be able to win, right? But that's my time for today. I thank you for yours. And remember, you listening to nothing but the best. May God bless. Until I see each other on the other side, how about them Cowboys? I'm out. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.